What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is a cool breezy day down here in Marietta, Georgia. I am at the Dugout Bait and Tackle. Checking out my brand new kayak that I'm gonna rig and show you guys here in a couple of weeks. I'm super excited about this. It's gonna be a first look at a brand new kayak for a variety of reasons. But why I'm here today, I want to talk to you about Bossman's kayak. That's right, the owner of the Dugout Bait and Tackle, like family to me, Jamie Koza, and his kayak, because I'm actually going to be borrowing this for a big tournament on Guntersville next week while my kayak is getting rigged. So he's loaning this to me, which I can't believe he's doing that because historically I'm really hard on things. And he actually joked that he was going to file a warranty for this kayak ahead of time. So we need to be very careful, extra careful with this kayak. Treat it well, keep it in good hands. One, because it's Bossman's. Two, because there's some very expensive things on here. And three, because we want to stay in the good graces of everybody here at the Dugout. So anyway, I wanted to run you through this kayak because it is very different than what I'm used to running. And before I go into rigging my 2024 kayak, I kind of want to see, you know, what he likes and kind of do some of the things that he's doing on this to see whether or not I want to adopt this same stuff on my 2024 kayak. So the first thing that most of you have probably already noticed is this right here. We're gonna spin it around so you guys can see this 16-inch single Garmin head unit. Let's take a look. Okay, y'all, that is a ton of real estate. And I know what a lot of you guys are thinking already. It's a kayak. This is getting a little ridiculous. You could watch TV on this. The reason Jamie went with the 16-inch screen, single screen on the kayak is that he predominantly uses forward-facing sonar when he's fishing, whether it be tournaments or recreational fishing. So his thought on this is, even though the 86, 10, and 12 have higher pixel count on paper, this has way more screen. This obviously is a larger screen so that our eyes are going to be able to see what's going on this so much easier and maybe make out the detail better, even though the pixels technically aren't as high as the other models in this family right here. So the first thing I asked him was like, well, Jamie, I really like running two because I love having my maps and everything separate. Take a look at this. We're going to go into the home screen. We are going to go to combos. We're going to add a combo. Layout, we'll do it like this. We're going to go ahead and add our forward-facing sonar here. We're going to add our charts here. We'll do fishing chart. But look, I can make that very small. Let's go done. So check that out. The only time I would ever split the screen is when I want to see where my waypoints are on my chart. And I can customize the size of that, so still the majority of what I'm seeing here is my LiveScope screen. Got one thing to deal with, got one graph to deal with instead of two. It's a larger graph. I don't know how cumbersome that's gonna be, but that's why for the entire next week, pre-fishing and fishing this tournament on Guntersville, we're gonna try it out and see what I think after running this. Because who knows, you guys, maybe this is the way to go. I think it's all gonna depend on your personal fishing style, but it's a really interesting concept. And I've been doing a lot of research on it and a lot of polling what other people like, bass boaters and kayakers alike. So believe it or not, Dugout's actually sold several of these. So a lot of people are starting to adapt this because if you are using forward-facing sonar, and again, regardless of what you think on forward-facing sonar or not, it is here to stay for the foreseeable future, y'all. So for tournament anglers, you got to kind of almost get with it and get good with it and keep your head down, because I don't necessarily see it going away anytime soon. But so let's move on to the other features of this kayak that I'm excited about. This is the biggest difference, obviously. It's the first thing the eye draws to on this entire kayak is this massive 16-inch screen. But like I said, stay tuned for future videos when I do actually fish out of this, and I will give you my honest feedback on what works for me and my style of fishing after the tournament. So moving on back here, he has the Yak Attack Black Pack. I've been using one that G custom painted for me. I really love this thing because you can close it and lock it. If it's raining, your stuff doesn't get soaked. Jamie has a couple of straps built down so I can actually keep this on while I'm traveling and it's not going anywhere. Really like that. He also has, I don't know, we're gonna turn the camera down just a little bit. a Harken cleat right here for the Torqeedo, so I can trim it up or trim it down as I need to. Another thing Jamie did on his kayak is if you look back at the motor, we know that the 1103 is pretty heavy. I love this motor, but my kayak has 2 pulleys. This one has 3. So let's come and take a look at how easy this is right here. Oh, it's in the cleat. I mean, effortless to lift that motor all the way up. He also added a light bar underneath the seat for 2 reasons. One, I guess when you reach a certain age, it's kind of hard to see your baseboard. Just kidding, y'all, that was just a joke. Just a joke to Koza, between Koza and I. But more importantly, the lights face forward so it's not blinding you, and you have way better view of what's going on here first thing of the tournament. You can see what's on your baseboard. If you catch a fish, you can see your measuring board. Kind of a neat thing, so I might play around with that as well. Moving on back here, let's take a look at inside. Let's take a look inside of the black pack. We've got a Dakota 135 in here. It's hardwired coming out through the black pack. Jamie cut a custom hole there, and we're actually connecting back here. So I don't have any type of cords or batteries up in the front. Very different than what I'm doing right now. I'll have my Torqeedo batteries behind my black pack. So that'll be kind of interesting to see how the layout of all that works out. That will free up all the room up front and underneath my seat also, which is kind of cool. So then we have a Burley Pro light that's wired here as well. I'm going to show you where that connects and how that works. So my 360 light and flag will be lit up the entire time if I choose to do so, and it mounts back here, and I won't have to put that in one of my rod holders or places on the black pack. So we're gonna come up front. Here's where we've got a smaller FPV battery, super lightweight. It's gonna connect right here. That's gonna run our 360 light in the back, as well as our red and green navigation light up front. So that one little battery will run all of that stuff all day if need be. So taking just another look at this entire setup right here. This is Boss Man's kayak. We are going to be borrowing it, taking great care of it, and I'm going to let you guys know specifically what I think of this system right here. So I did want to show you guys just really quick a sneak preview of my kayak here. And we will cover the rest of what's going on with this kayak and the changes that Hobie's made here in the next couple weeks or so when I get that rigged. So anyway, you guys, I'm heading off to Guntersville and I'm taking this kayak out, running it for the entire week, seeing what I think. I will film that whole tournament and have that published as well. Y'all really know that I'm a huge fan of Guntersville, especially in the fall. Historically, I think I've always cut a check there. So got a good shot, a little bit of confidence going in. I'm assuming it's gonna be finding shell, finding grass, all the things in between. And that happens to be something that I pride myself on being decent at. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I wanna thank so many of you that stopped by the shop today to say hi. I got to meet a lot of people. Got to sign a kayak, which I feel super humbled and honored to do. It's always one of my favorite things, y'all, when you stop in, say hi, said that I sent you here. Hearing from so many of you that these guys here at Dugout Bait and Tackle have taken great care of you, because that is what they do here. They're a small family business that takes care of every single customer and treats everybody like family, and that's why I love them. So appreciate y'all so, so much. Let me know your thoughts on the one overly large screen as opposed to the two. Let me know what you guys think. Again, y'all, I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot. Jamie swears by it. He likes it. I'm going to see what I think. I'm going to go out there and keep a completely open mind. That is so important in today's world. Let's keep an open mind. We're not going to attack things. We're going to just see if it suits our style. If not, we'll politely move on to the next thing and what we like. So again, thank you all very much. God bless, and we will catch you next time. Stay tuned for the Guntersville tournament recaps. Thank y'all.